intricate tapestry of human relationships, there exists a realm where the enigmatic Sigma male finds himself unwittingly entangled, a realm where the dance between genders takes on a perilous hue. Here, beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary interactions, lies a labyrinth of manipulation and exploitation, orchestrated by cunning women who wield their charm like a double-edged sword. Join us as we delve into the depths of this complex dynamic, uncovering the subtle variations in manipulation and exploitation that lurk beneath the surface. From masterful secrecy ploys to the neglect of sexual fulfillment, from the dislike for inquiry to the illusion of kindness, we unravel the threads that bind the Sigma male to his manipulative counterpart. 1. The Mask of Niceness. The Mask of Niceness is a potent tool wielded by the manipulative woman to ensnare the Sigma male. At first glance, her gestures of kindness and affection may seem genuine, drawing him in with promises of warmth and acceptance. She knows well the Sigma male's desire for authentic connection amidst the chaos of the world, and she capitalizes on it. She showers him with compliments, praising his intelligence, strength, and independence. Her words are like honey, sweetening his perception of her and reinforcing his sense of self-worth. In his eyes, she becomes a beacon of positivity in an otherwise indifferent world. However, beneath this veneer of sweetness lies a calculated agenda. Every compliment and every gesture of affection is meticulously crafted to serve her ultimate purpose: control. She understands that by bolstering his ego, she can gain his trust and loyalty, making him more susceptible to her influence. The Mask of Niceness is a potent weapon precisely because it preys upon the Sigma male's desire for genuine connection. He longs for someone who sees him for who he truly is, someone who accepts him without reservation. And in his pursuit of this ideal, he may overlook the warning signs, ignoring the subtle cues that hint at the woman's true intentions. A more related manipulative trick is 2. Emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation becomes the woman's weapon of choice in her pursuit to control the Sigma male. With each carefully crafted phrase and nuanced gesture, she skillfully maneuvers the relationship to serve her own desires. Employing subtle cues and veiled threats, she exploits his empathetic nature, using phrases like, "If you really cared about me, you'd do this for me," to guilt-trip him into compliance. Each instance of emotional coercion tightens her grip on his heartstrings, leaving him entangled in a labyrinth of conflicting emotions. Despite his innate strength and independence, the Sigma male finds himself ensnared in her web of deceit, unable to decipher the true motives behind her manipulative tactics. As the relationship progresses, the emotional toll mounts, weighing heavily on his psyche and clouding his judgment. Ultimately, it's a battle of wills, with the woman pulling the strings from behind the scenes and orchestrating every move to ensure her dominance. In this intricate dance of manipulation, the Sigma male must tread carefully, lest he lose himself entirely to the woman's cunning machinations. But if a woman is ever confronted for engaging in such deceptive behavior, she refuses to respond, which brings up our next discussion point. 3. Resistance to inquiry. As the Sigma male strives to peel back the layers of the enigma that is his partner, he finds himself entangled in a web of resistance and evasion so masterfully crafted, it rivals the most intricate of puzzles. With each attempt to penetrate the fortress of her thoughts, she deploys a barrage of deflections and distractions, leaving him bewildered and disoriented in her wake. Her coy smile becomes a shield, her words a weapon, as she skillfully manipulates the conversation, leading him down winding paths of disguise and misdirection. "You think too much," she purrs, her voice dripping with sweetness as she effortlessly avoids his inquiries and redirects his focus away from the uncomfortable truths that lie beneath the surface. And just when he believes himself on the brink of revelation, she slips through his grasp like a wisp of smoke, leaving him grasping at shadows and questioning the validity of his own perceptions. Yet, in the face of such relentless resistance, the Sigma male must stand firm, steeling himself against the allure of her deception and remaining steadfast in his pursuit of clarity and truth. 4. Neglecting sexual satisfaction. Neglecting the Sigma Male's sexual satisfaction is a potent form of manipulation employed by the woman to exert control within the relationship. Despite his desires and attempts to communicate his needs, she displays a troubling indifference towards fulfilling his intimate desires. Instead, her own pleasure takes precedence, leaving him feeling neglected and unfulfilled. Whether through subtle avoidance or outright dismissal, she minimizes the importance of his sexual needs, brushing aside his concerns with practiced nonchalance. This dismissive attitude creates a sense of frustration and isolation for the Sigma male, as his attempts to address the issue are met with resistance or deflection. Over time, this neglect erodes his confidence and self-worth, as he struggles to reconcile his desires with the reality of his partner's disinterest. Caught in a cycle of unspoken frustrations, the Sigma male may find himself questioning the validity of his own needs, ultimately furthering the woman's manipulation and control over the dynamics of the relationship. 5. The veil of secrecy. The secretive nature of the relationship is a manipulation strategy that capitalizes on the natural tendency of the Sigma male toward independence and privacy. The woman takes advantage of this quality by proposing that their relationship be kept secret from the public, portraying it as a unique bond that is only shared between them. With whispered promises of exclusivity, she creates an atmosphere of intimacy and intrigue, drawing the Sigma male deeper into her web. Entranced by the notion of a clandestine affair, he may feel a sense of excitement and validation, believing that their secret connection sets them apart from the mundane affairs of everyday life. However, unbeknownst to him, this veil of secrecy serves as a means of control for the woman, allowing her to manipulate the narrative of their relationship and dictate its terms behind closed doors. As the Sigma male becomes increasingly invested in maintaining the secrecy of their bond, he inadvertently relinquishes a degree of his autonomy, ensnared by the allure of exclusivity and the promise of intimacy. Thus, what begins as a seemingly innocent request to keep their relationship private ultimately becomes a tool for the woman to exert power and control over the Sigma male's emotions and actions. By keeping their relationship hidden from the world, she ensures her own freedom to pursue other romantic interests without fear of exposure or consequence. While the Sigma male remains ensnared in the illusion of their private affair, she roams freely, indulging in the thrill of new connections and conquests, all the while maintaining the facade of loyalty and devotion. In the intricate dance of relationships, the Sigma male must remain vigilant against the seductive snare of manipulative women who prey upon his independence and strength. While the allure of secrecy, emotional manipulation, neglect, and resistance to inquiry may initially seem irresistible, it's imperative for the Sigma male to recognize these tactics for what they are: tools designed to control and manipulate. To safeguard himself against such insidious influences, the Sigma male must stay focused on his goals and career, prioritizing his own well-being and personal growth above all else. By maintaining a steadfast commitment to his ambitions and aspirations, he fortifies himself against the pitfalls of emotional manipulation and ensures that his path remains undeterred by the whims of others. With a clear sense of purpose and unwavering determination, the Sigma male can navigate the complexities of relationships with wisdom and discernment, refusing to be swayed by empty promises or deceitful tactics. In the end, it is his resilience and self-assurance that will ultimately lead him to fulfillment and success, free from the entanglements of manipulation and deception. These manipulative women who cloak their intentions in secrecy and deflect your inquiries are nothing but distractions on your path to personal growth and success. Instead of allowing yourself to be ensnared by their cunning tactics, focus on cultivating your own independence and pursuing your goals with unwavering determination. Avoid wasting time with these kinds of women by keeping an eye out for them and concentrating on your life and career instead.